Hey guys, Brian from PFC here with your training minute. I posted a photograph yesterday that referenced a drill that we've done for quite some time called shooting hoops, and I got no less than a dozen messages from folks saying we have no idea what you're talking about. So here we are. We're going to do a training minute and we're going to chat about it. When we shoot, whether we're shooting irons, handgun, long gun, red dot, it doesn't make a difference. There is something that is correct to look at, and there's something that's incorrect to look at. If we've got iron sights and we're anything other than a meter or two away from the target, looking at your sights is a good thing. Looking at your front sight is a good thing. And it plagues a lot of shooters if they throw their focus down to whatever the given target is, especially because humans have a proclivity to move an object out of the way. If you watch someone in a car and they're having difficulty seeing over the hood, when we teach driving programs, what do? Shoulder blades come off the seat and the nose goes up. That elevates the eyes so that they can see a little bit deeper. Paper targets, steel targets as well, they all provide a visual stimulus. They show you what you've done. You see a puff of smoke, you see holes on the paper target. And this plagues people. It's called self-scoring. It's not necessarily anticipating recoil, but it's scoring your own target. So the drill we have here set up is something we call shooting hoops. And what we've done is we've taken away that visual stimulus. And so in air quotes, the goal here is to miss the target, to put your rounds through the center of this open space, impacting with the berm, hitting nothing but net. Good things and bad things. One, it's good for the environment. We save a hell of a lot of money on paper targets. We don't have to keep targeting. You can go do a day's session with only 2 paper targets and not have to keep repapering over and over. Bad things. If you're a shooter, particularly somebody who's wrong-handed, and you're pushing traditionally over to that low left location, you can't necessarily tell until you start to back up to a given distance where the rounds begin to go outside of the zone that you've cut out of the target. So a shooter can get reinforcement and think I'm doing everything okay because I'm not tagging the clean portion of the target, when in reality they do have something that's a deficiency that needs to be corrected. What can we do to fix that if we want? We can tighten this zone up. We can make that zone small. We've only done it here on the thoracic cavity on our A1 targets, which by the way are on special on pfcloadout.com, but we can also take out the craniocular cavity, the pelvic girdle, anything that we want, cut this thing in half, upper half, lower half, etc. There's another option to this drill as well. It doesn't save on paper targets, but it's got a little different nuance, and we have it set up over here. So we've again taken away part of the visual stimulus by putting a shirt even with the lines of the shoulder, and we staple that along the top edge. We leave the bottom edge free, ideally in a dark color. And the reason for that is because as bullets go through, the fibers of the shirt are going to close and we're not going to be able to see shot holes nearly as easy as we would on a light colored shirt or obviously on the paper. So we can back up. Also, if we do get engagements with bad guys, it's pretty likely they're going to be wearing clothing. We can engage with our rounds, come down, and we lift the curtain, so to speak, to see exactly where our impacts are. Both of them are really, really simple to set up, and both of them can help some of our problem shooters. This one right here helps people who aren't problem shooters because it's got an added layer of realism to it. Give them both a try. Stay safe.